Hey there, I'm Corey Wierema, your city forester. I'm sitting here at one of my favorite forest preserves, enjoying how nice and quiet it is, realizing that just in a few short months, that certainly will not be the case. I wanted to provide just a quick update on the upcoming 17-year cicada emergence. This phenomenon last occurred in Lake Forest in the spring, early summer of 2007. And if any of you were around Lake Forest during that time, you certainly know how much of an impact they can have. They will be everywhere. They will be flying around, falling from the trees, in your grass, on the streets and sidewalks, on your pets, and on you probably, and may even end up in your homes. The good thing is they're not harmful and they don't bite or sting. Now, some of the areas in town are certainly subject to a heavier infestation. For example, most of the east side of town will probably experience a heavier volume versus some of the newer subdivisions on the west side. But regardless of where you live in town, you will certainly experience them. Now, the three areas that I wanted to update you on today are what you can expect once they do emerge, what are considered the best management practices, and what are some of the city's plans during the emergence. Now, the 17-year cicada are set to emerge sometime in May or early June, but if we continue to see these warmer temps that are above normal, we may even sometimes, maybe even towards the end of April, we may see the emergence start in Lake Forest. Now, the soil temperature actually does have to be consistently 64 degrees for them to emerge, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. Now, we are all familiar with the annual noise that the annual cicada makes. The 17-year cicada is really no different, but just due to the sheer volume of you will certainly hear more of them. They certainly will be loud. Once they emerge from the soil, they will find a tree to land on, and then they will find a partner or mate. Once that occurs, the female will look to lay her eggs on the inside of the branches of the tree. This process of laying the eggs is what actually can harm the tree. The female will actually cut slits into the bark to lay her eggs. The slitting of the bark can actually disrupt the nutrient and water flow to that portion of the tree, especially if there's a lot of cicadas on one branch. Now, after the eggs are laid, 6 to 10 weeks later, they will hatch. They will fall to the ground, burrow underground, and then attach themselves to the tree roots. And actually, the cycle starts all back over again. The adult cicadas will live for about 3 to 4 weeks before they die. The males will die shortly after mating, but the females can mate and lay their eggs multiple times during the 3 to 4 week period. Best management practices for the cicadas to consider. Certainly, the birds, squirrels, and raccoons will be happy. They all will feed on cicadas, but unfortunately, due to their massive numbers, they certainly won't make a difference in what you see or experience. It is a good idea probably to delay your early spring planting to sometime maybe mid-June or even wait till fall. Certainly, if you pick up one of our Arbor Day seedlings during Arbor Day week, those seedlings will actually be fine to plant because they are too small for the cicadas to lay their eggs in. I would, however, recommend planting those seedlings in a pot for a year or two before planting them in your yard, just so they have some time to get established a little bit more. You can actually also cover your young trees with netting to protect them from the cicadas. This netting can be found at any of your local hardware stores or online. This actually prevents the cicada from landing on the tree and laying her eggs. But most importantly, please avoid contact insecticides. Insecticides can be harmful to other beneficial insects, and we strongly advise against using them. Now, some of the city's plans for cicadas emergence, we unfortunately, there's not really a lot you can do. We are preparing to shorten our spring planting and delaying some of that till fall. The street section will certainly have their street sweeper active and out, sweeping the streets and gutters, and we actually are capable of brooming off the sidewalks when needed. I know it's going to be gross, but certainly try to enjoy this natural phenomenon. It only occurs every 17 years. And please don't hesitate to call the forestry section if you have any other questions regarding any of your tree questions or any additional questions on cicadas. Thank you.